that people come from the slum, from the gutter, and they'll get like a certain level of success. It never came from that, man. They look down on everybody else. Like, you literally came from the gutter, man.
Then Jacob call you out in public.
Yep. What up, boy? Yeah, you remember we used to be out there running from them folks, nigga?
You from Shady Oaks.
You from Shady Oaks, nigga.
They seen on Goodfellas.
Yep.
Remember when that boy came up?
Yep.
You know, he got mad at, what was the guy, Joe Pesci? You know, I remember we used to clean shoes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what
He
I'm
didn't like
saying?
that
He
shit.
didn't
He didn't like that shit. Down us in the clefts of the rock. Come on, man. Most I be taking jabs, all right?
Whose habitation is high,
Yep.
that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Hey, your habitation is high. Look at your skyscrapers and your buildings, man. All right, and ultimately you created a nest in the heaven through your satellite systems. All right.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Look on the back of your quarters. You exalt yourself as the eagle, and the eagle, the eagle, the water, bro. The eagle is the most exalted bird, meaning it flies higher than all the other birds. All right.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Yep.
thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh.
I know that's unfathomable right now. The so-called white man get kicked out of power. You can't imagine a world without the white man ruling. It's hard to imagine. That's all we've known. And he created this delusion that it was always like that. Yeah, you got the U.S. history, the picture of the Pharaoh. It's Chad with the damn Pharaoh crown on, man. During the Middle Ages, it's Chad. All right, so he always created the illusion that all those different empires were always him in rulership, man. All right, so they created this illusion that you would never come out of rulership. All right, you got it, bro. Okay.
And it says, I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
I will be like the Most High. All right, you got your surveillance cameras, and the ultimate way you want to be like the Most High is that you want to implant everybody with the MOTV. Because as you telling the Most High, now, these are my people. I own humans. See, you want to own existence, and you want to own humans, man. So ultimately, the ultimate definition of you being like the Most High is really you putting that implant in every human, man, on Earth. Because you want to own humans, man. You know? Yep.
And when you say buy and sell, going back to that Quran, it's not going to be buying and selling like you do today.
Yep.
Like, no, you might get 500 credits, but those credits are already rationed out. Like you have 50 for gas,
Yep.
100 for food, okay, 100, all right, for clothing. You know, it ain't gonna be buying and selling freely. No, it's gonna be rationed. Like he really wants to play the Most High.
Yeah.
And you know it's gonna be a kill switch in it. So if you what they call it social credit,
Yep.
pretty much as a nation, why was we punished for disobedience?
Yep.
So Esau wanted to make it like, well, if you disobedient to me, I'm gonna shut you off.
Yeah.
Like you said, he want to be the Most High.
He want to be the Most High, man.
They got this new saying now. They had this new saying now. In the future, you will own nothing and you will be happy about it.
Yep.
You'll be happy with it.
And we're being gradualized to that now.
Yep.
Because the average American doesn't own their house. They don't own their car. They don't own their land. What happens is you already going through really a credit-based, servant-based system, getting a loan, paying on the loan. But you got this pride about this American dream. You know?
This is the point. It said, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
They said, narrowly look upon thee. So you're going to look at the so-called white man like, this nigga? This nigga was in them airplanes dropping bombs? Like, this nigga had us scared to call in late? You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga had us saying, yes, sir, master and shit. You know? And even the other nations, they're going to be like, this nigga had us making all type of compromises and shit, man. You know, because you're not gonna have that. Like you have like you got a certain celebrity, and the height of their celebrity, they look like a god. Yeah. But then they get 50, 60, they've been broke the last 3 years. Then they had 2-3 strokes. You know, they've been on type of child support. They don't have that same god-like aura on them no more. So they're like 67 years old. Like I was listening to this singer, what's it, Charles Charlton? She's a bad mama jumper. When he was singing back in the 80s, I saw that clip with him back in the 80s. He was a young Israelite getting down, singing like an angel. Then he came back at the age of 70 to perform that same song. I'm like, who is that?
Right.
You know, like, is this the man that's saying she's a bad mamma jamma? So when Esau loses that power, he's not going to have that God aura on him, man. You really going to perceive him as a caveman. Because the way he's set up in a natural pecking order of existence, that nigga is the outcast of humanity. That's why he got this straight blonde hair. That's why he got all the hair growing on him. All right, that's why he has no melanin. That's the natural order. And in the kingdom, he's going to go back to that brute spirit, man. You know? A brother's vision. A brother had a vision like that. He had a vision. They were in the kingdom. Elders at Great Millstone were like they had a very peaceful demeanor on them that was good. But Esau was being pecked. Like brothers had like a stick, and they was kind of teasing Esau. Esau was in the cage getting tricked. He was kind of brute like a caveman, couldn't speak. That's Esau in his natural element, man. Job 30. Down there dwellers in the cleft of the rock. What's up, Keisha? I remember you from the project. Yeah, I used to get down in the hood. You know, they don't want to remember that shit. Yeah. All right, you got it, bro.
They on that date.
Yep. Come on now.
And it said, is this the man that made the earth to tremble that did shake kingdoms?
Yep. This nigga, like, you know, he was on the currency. This nigga face was on the currency. You know, with a shaved beard, like he was something. Come on, man. All right, you got it.
And this is Job 31. But now they that are younger than I.
And you go into that word younger, it goes to indignance, like less in rank. They came out of us as a nation, but on a pecking order of things, Edomites are inferior to Israelites. So-called white man is inferior to the so-called black man. They're insignificant. That's right.
But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Hey, they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers, they said I disdain.
Yeah, let me read it again.
Yep.
I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Just imagine you go outside and you have your cattle, your sheep, you have your dogs, but then you go outside and you see long, stringly heads, humpback Edomites trying to steal stuff from your cattle. What you gonna say? Shoot, get on! Yeah. With your step? You know, that's how they were in the ancient world. And they'll go hurling away with their long, stringly hair, man. You know?
Yeah, you never know. They was probably trying to sleep with the dogs, man.
Yeah, they were.
Because Esau is extremely defiled.
Yep.
When you think about that book, what's the name of it? Author, the 13 Tribes.
Yep.
And he was talking about like how low base these people were as far as they would wear clothes until, you know, basically they became thin.
Until they disintegrate.
Yeah, until they disintegrate. That's the word I was looking for.
Well, now that you mention it, you go on YouTube, you had Edomites in real relationships with dogs. Like today, 2022. And they really personify their dog as a human. They have sexual relationships with their dogs. Right? They got their real brute nature. Alright. Okay, fine. You can feel the yours out.
Okay, verse 2. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished.
Yep.
Verse 3. For what in famine they were solitary.
Yep.
Fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste.
Because they'll push, all right, for the dark nations, push them out into the mountains, man. Right. Hence the term Caucasians. Your habitation was the Caucasus Mountain, thou that dwells in the cleft of the rock. Come on, man. Right. It's all connected.
Verse 4, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat.
That was your diet.
Right. They were driven forth from among men.
Pushed away from the dark nations.
They cried after them as after a thief.
Yep.
Verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
And your first civilization from those rocks was the rocks of Petra.
That's right. Verse 7, among the bushes they brayed.
What's that sound that cavemen make? It's like a horse. Hey.
Under the nettles they were gathered together. There were children of food.
They got some called stinging nettles. I'm assuming that might be the same thing, man. It's like an herb, stinging nettle.
Yeah. Yep. They were children of fools, yea, children of base
They
men.
didn't have the laws.
That's right.
They started out with the laws,
That's right.
but they were pushing to those caucuses now, man.
Yeah.
And that's what does it mean when people say children of base men? You going out there brute instincts. You don't have no law. Because the law will civilize you. The first civilization is the law, statutes, and commandments. All right?
Base is the lowest level.
The lowest level, man.
You think about what ultimately goes all the way back to the circle.
Yeah.
Because a snake is the lowest animal. It's on its stomach.
That's what we refer to.
You can't trust them,
You
man.
can't trust it. Children of base men, they were viler than the earth.
But hey, what did it say about Deuteronomy? That vine was the vine of Solomon. Because it also says the soul that is lifted up for you is not upright. So Esau has a perverse spirit. It's a perverted, it's in his DNA, man. He can't follow the laws. Alright? And he rebels against the laws like a badass child. Esau was a badass, he's Chucky. Esau was a badass child on earth, man.
Was that movie Home Alone?
Yep.
Probably called.
Yeah, like Esau goes hunting, he just kills animals for nothing and said, look what I can do. He's a badass child. You gotta look by, he had one real quick.
It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be
He
satisfied.
didn't even keep it at home. How many countries are not under the control of the central banking system? You know? How many countries that haven't been touched or colonized? There's only a handful of them, man. And Esau spread his military thin, attempting to run the world, man.
There we go.
There we go, man. Hey, that boy finna get, hey, you getting judged right now.
Yeah, he in trouble.
All these different Israelite camps, man, specifically GMS, that's the mouth of the Most High judging you, man. Like Daniel judged the king of Babylon, man. Now you're about to get taken out of your rulership, man. All right?
But gathereth unto himself all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Because your goal is to establish a new world order. And we said everybody has an MOTB, which means that they're going to be under you. You're branding everybody like cattle. You're making them yours. All right? Is that it, brother?
And this, you know, this Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwell Esau and Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And I went to the blue letter.
You can't no mystery. It says it. Thus dwell Esau in Mount Seir. Esau was Edom.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I looked at the Hebrew word for Mount.
Strong's H 2022.
Hair. And basically hill, mountain, hill, country, mountain.
Yep. Because your first civilization out of those mountains was the rocks of Petra. And that was like the blueprint for the Roman Empire. And which it's a reflection of this. This is a reflection of that. But it's heavy because you can connect. You don't have to get it, but you can trace Genesis 36, thus dwell Esau and Mount Seir. Then you could go to what's his name? Hagag. All right. The Amalek king goes back to Esau, Edom, but then you fast forward to the Persian Empire, all right, and you have the enemy of the Jews, which is the grandson of the king of the Amalekites, all right, and it's all traced back to Genesis, Esau, Edom. But then you go into the history, that same area, which was Macedonia during the time of Second Ezra, their first empire came from Philip of Macedon, which was a descendant of really Amalek, man. You see? Long story short, so-called Edomites go back to Esau. The so-called white man goes back to Esau, Edom, and his first civilization came from Macedon, man. Hence Philip of Macedonia. But those are the descendants of their Amalekites, man. Come on, man. They were the descendants of their Amalekites, man. But the reason why I'm so passionate about this right now, because I spent a long time researching it, it's a big-ass motherfucking gap in their history. When they go to all them, when you trace Alexander's lineage back to the original Macedonian kingdoms, it's hard to trace it back to Genesis 36. But it goes back to Genesis 36. They say it without saying it. I'm quite sure Elder Malcolm in Chicago go into more depth research on that. He probably knows more about it. But yeah, that goes back to Genesis 36, man. That's the big gap in your motherfucking history, man. That you go back to the damn caves, man. Come on, bud. Ain't that right, bud?
That's right.
You go back to the damn caves, man. You can look up how to build a computer. Esau to figure out how to put a plane in the sky, but you can't trace the so-called white man back to a biblical ancestor, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. All right.
I got,
Sorry for cussing.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 13. I started 14. It said, the Lord hath cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead.
Hey, we're in the middle of that. Did it not say Esau was the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it? That's the manifestation of that. Because Esau, Edom, started with the elites, the proud princes. You don't have to follow the laws of the Most High when you come into power. It tells you in the Wisdom of Solomon 6, if your delight be in thrones, you just submit to the laws of the Most High. You running this earth like a badass child, man. The water fucked up. The air fucked up. And you proud, man. All right? Is water there, brother?
Yep. I had one bag what you saying.
Okay, come.
This is verse 15. It says, the Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place.
Hey, we're in the middle of that. Don't you know your dollar inflating is another sign that you about to be out of here? Don't you know the women being out of order, everybody's action is promiscuous. Everybody's action is subject to your basic instincts. That's another sign that your kingdom is out when your inhabitants lack self-control. That's another sign. You about to be out of here. You know, when the people can't reproduce themselves, you about to be out of here. When philosophies prohibit you from reproducing, two women together, two men together, sex changes. First of all, this Wisdom of Solomon 14. That's that pre-flood mindset.
Yep.
And we're back at it, man. It's gonna be a reset. Hey, Biden was right. It's gonna be another fucking reset, man. You know? That's that pre-flood. We're in the pre-flood era, man. Again. All right?
This is Wisdom of Solomon 1:1. It says, love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth.
Yep.
Think of the Lord with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart, seek him.
Was it Cyrus, the king of Persia, who feared the Most High? So he was called like a Messiah, you know? The anointed. Yeah, okay, come the water. But he that shows you that the heathen can have reverence of the laws of the Most High. But he can have reverence of his people. Wow, hey, this is people. But you, man, because like I said, one of the flaws in your rulership, boy, is that you run this earth like there is no God. You run this earth like there's no judges watching you, man. You know? You got it, bro.
Verse 2. For he will be found of them that tempt him not, and showeth himself unto such as do not distrust him. For forward thoughts separate from the Most High, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise.
Yep, but you know what? You're a robot. You was written to be the bad guy. That's part of your software program is to be the bad guy, the antagonist. There has to be a resistance. You know, there has to be the like I said, the antagonist in the story. If not, the story's not interesting.
It can't be one-sided.
It can't be one-sided, man. So that's what makes the story interesting. It tells you in Revelation 4:11 that he created the world for his pleasure. So this is his entertainment, man. This is how the Most High is entertained, man. You know? Yep.
Going back to he found of those that don't distrust him, because Esau showed that he don't trust me. How about you now shot through his actions? Like simple things, let's say the simplicity, seek the Most High.
Yep.
Like keeping the land Sabbath. That's a simple thing to do.
That's right.
But what does he do? He tills the earth and drains it.
Yep.
Okay, here it is. The Most High said I make male and female.
Yep.
But according to him, it's 50 genders.
Yep.
But it's simple. It's two genders.
Yep.
So just two examples of many how this man's mindset is to rule with distrust of the Most High as if he can do it a better way.
That's right.
Then the Most High's way is called toxic. Say the word gender role, that's toxic now. So to say a woman should be submissive and all that, that's toxic now, man.
Toxic means poison.
Poison. So hey, come on, man.
That's right.
You know? Yep.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Don't join hand in hand the wicked. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished,
You got it, bro. You can break that down.
but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Right, because at the end of the day, no matter how you try to join pacts with Esau, you know, you can believe in the system. At the end of the day, if you believe in the system, that makes you a 2/3. Unless at the last minute, Yahweh Hashem Al-Shai enlightens you. And then you have the non-elect that spread it throughout the four corners of the world. So they're going to believe in this doctrine of Esau. And therefore, when Esau's boat goes down, they're going to sink with that boat. All right? So when you think about this thing we call salvation, and before you do that, get Matthew 1:21. The Gentiles that can receive salvation are Israelites only. All right? Again, the Gentiles that can receive salvation are Israelites. Yahweh Shai died for his people. Right? So when he takes down this kingdom of Esau, he's going to do what? He's going to inflate his kingdom, which is the kingdom of heaven, or synonymous with the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. Right? Give Matthew 1:21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21.
Look what that term say.
And she shall bring forth a son.
Right, the she, who is that? That is a reference to Mary. Okay? And this angel was talking to Joseph through a trance, giving him the format regarding the birth of Yahweh Shai and the character of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai.
And you shall call his name Yahweh Shai. Now, when you break that term down, Yahweh Shai, which is what? A nomen omen, which means a name prediction. Yah means he. Yahweh Shai is Savior or the deliverer of his people. Continue.
For he shall save his people from their
He
sins.
shall save his people from their sins. Jump to Matthew 10:5. Get salvation in the Greek, bro. Salvation. Or is it saved? He shall save his people. Yeah, just get saved. Yeah, saved.
It's the book of Matthew.
So who is his people? All right, because he has his people. Go ahead, bro.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 5.
Right.
These 12 Yahweh Shai sent forth and commanded them, saying.
And that's prophetic right there. These 12 Yahweh Shai sent forth. Sent forth means what? Apostles. All right. So prior to them becoming apostles, they were disciples. They were students. Right. Go ahead, bro.
Go not into the way of the Gentiles,
Right.
and into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not,
Enter ye not. Go ahead.
but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
His people is referring to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And the reason why they became lost is why? Because of this Gentile state of mind. Right? Now, let's say, chapter 18.
I did this save in the Greek, Matthew 1:20.
Jump to Hebrew.
The definition D, to save from evils, which obstructed to reciprocation of the messianic deliverance.
Read that again, though, bro.
It says definition B.
Right.
And
To save from the evils. What are the evils? Bad times. Prior to the arrival of Yahushua, go ahead.
To obstruct the
Reception.
reception of
Messianic deliverance. So the only ones that's going to receive deliverance are who? The elect, which are Israelites, his people, which the brother just brought out a precept in Matthew 10:5, going into Matthew 10:6. Now, bro, get Revelation. It's lucky, bro. Get Matthew 18. And I want to say it's Matthew 18:11.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 11. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost.
I'll read that again, though.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 11. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost.
Right. Now, all of this is coming from the mouth of Yahushua. So it only makes sense that the Gentiles that can receive salvation are Israelites only and not these other nations. I get there what you got.
And it's Matthew 15 and 24.
Right.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
You can't get around that. I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So question, how can these so-called Christians still so-called preach and declare that the Son, right, which is Yahushua, came for the entire world, when this man is directly saying, I'm only here for the lost sheep of Israel. Now jump to Revelation, bro. Get that, my God. Revelation.
71.
Yeah, 71.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 1.
John chapter 4.
And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth,
Yeah, we're in this time frame right now. Go ahead.
holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea,
Which
nor
is
on any tree.
that's like it, bro. Which is symbolic for what? Nuclear destruction, man. Read that again, bro.
It says, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Keep going.
Yeah, no, it's talking about the land and the sea.
There you go. There you go. Now, bro, jump down to verse 9. Yeah, please do.
Remember, I don't know if you've seen the video, but the preacher in Dallas, he had a dream about he seen the angel holding the chain. Yeah, he think that angel was Michael Oliver, but that angel was holding the chain, and then the chain broke, and then it got chaotic. Yep. This is Revelation 7 and 9.
Right.
It says, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man can number, from all nations and kindreds, and all people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with the white robes and palms in their hands.
Hey, a great multitude. And when you look up that term multitude in the Greek, it's talking about a casual collection of people who are Israelites. And actually, this same scripture broke down a multitude. It stated, what it says, the latter part?
And it says,
A definition of a multitude, what the scripture states.
it says, I want to read it again.
Yeah, read it again.
Okay. Revelation 7 and 9. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations. And
that's defining what? The multitude.
Yep.
The nations, which are Israelites. Now remember, in the Greek, multitude is what? A collection, a casual collection of people. Go ahead, bro.
Of all nations and kindreds.
Israelites.
Look
Go
at the
ahead.
word kindreds in
Oh, yeah.
and it says, and people and tongues, and stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Which are Israelites. You had something, bro?
No, palms represent what?
The victories. There you go. Now keep going, bro.
All right, verse 10. And cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb.
So salvation to our power. So they're declaring, Lord will, we're part of that number. They're declaring what? That because of the Most High, we have received salvation. Now, what did Yahushua means? He is the Savior for His people. So it only makes sense by default that these Gentiles that's receiving salvation are nothing but Israelites. Go ahead. Bring the point out.
And that multitude, hey, and that's what all the Israelites in different countries, they spoke different languages.
There you go.
And that's all it is.
There you go.
They Israelites, they just spoke different languages because they was in them years.
Yeah.
And someone don't even look like that.
That's it.
So that's all it really is. They're still Israelites, they just spoke different languages. That's all it really
And
was.
since you said that, get Jeremiah 12 and 9. Yeah, Jeremiah 12 and 9, bro.
So,
Go ahead, bring yours up, bro.
proving their salvation.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation.
Ooh, read that again.
Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation.
You can't get around it. You can't get around it. That scripture breaks itself down. Since the brother said that, well, go to John 4 and 22.
I'll just finish this.
Go ahead.
And this shows what John 3:16 was talking about. It says, ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded world without end.
And what makes that world without end is everlasting. Going into the setup of the kingdom of heaven, right? So salvation is only for the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. Now get your point out, bro. John 4:22. Yeah, again, we'll go back to that.
This is the book of John, chapter 4, verse 21.
Right.
Yahweh Shai said unto her,
Right. And
woman.
that her is who? An actual heathen. Her father was a Samaritan. Right? So what made her a Samaritan was based on the lineage of her father. And the reason why Yahweh Shai did not give her that living water is because she was a heathen. However, if you continue to read this account to its fullest, meaning to the end, basically he used her for a herald to get Israelites that was there that would receive the word. All right, go ahead, bro.
Woman, believe me, the honor cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father.
Right. Yeah.
Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what ye worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
So we know what we worship. You don't know what you worship, for salvation is of the Jews. How can you get around it? You can't get around it, but then you will have Christians saying that salvation is for everybody, when this man who is coming back to save his nation is telling you salvation is only for the Jews, man.
You know, he's saying that too, like the Jews, like the southern kingdom was still there.
Yeah.
And they call all the southern kingdom, they classified one, all Jews.
House of Judah.
That's Judah.
That's the classification, which consists of what? The Levites, the Haitians, but beginning with the Negroes.
Right.
And when you go into their Hebrew terminology, the Jews will be Yahweh, Levites will be lawyer, and the Salakia, the Levites, the Haitians would be lawyer, and the Jamaicans would be Bunyamin.
You gotta think about it. What is salvation? Everybody just throw their words around. What is salvation?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Why does everyone need to be saved when you have these kingdoms set up? Okay? And pretty much they have an inheritance in the earth already. The salvation is coming for those people, all right, that don't have an inheritance, all right, in this society.
That's it.
That's why the salvation goes links back to the promise, and the promise is linked to an inheritance.
That's it.
Hey, the brother Ricardo Quorum looked it up. He was going into the money in the banking system. There's 21 million millionaires in America, man. You know, most of them Edomites. They're millionaires. How much those Edomites are just 100,000aires, man? Okay? What do they need to be saved from?
And most of them profited off of war.
Yeah.
These banking wars. Yeah. Slavery.
Yeah, because this one thing that they have that we don't have is gifts.
Yeah, that's it.
Somebody in their family put them on.
Yeah.
In every Edomite family, there's at least one person in their family that's gonna put them on. And we don't have that generally.
Hey, you know, and they rep the wealth.
Yeah.
It kept on passing on down. Right? It's all, you know.
Okay.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1.
Right.
For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet
Mercy
to...
means what? Favor. All right, so Jacob, the house of Jacob consists of what? Hey, the southern kingdom, the northern kingdom. And when you break that down into modern terminology, that's so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, based on the lineage of our fathers, man. Go ahead, bro.
And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
Right, meaning what? Jerusalem, right? Hey, the headquarters would be, that's the setup. Right, so we're going back to our land. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with
The
them.
strangers that will be joined are Israelites, right? That's the reason why they are joined with us, with them, because it's the same people, the same kindred. They came from the same house. They're receiving salvation too. Remember what Yahweh Shai said? That, hey, I'm only here for what? Right. The lost sheep, which are Israelites.
Can I add something to you, bro?
Go ahead, bro.
To build off you. And when the Lord said that, he talked to what they call the Canaanite woman,
Yeah.
also known as the Syrophoenician woman, was really, she was an Israelite, but she was just living in that region.
That's it.
Like, you got to go into the actual history, man. Like,
That's
you know, go into the history. Because see, people, they'll read that and they don't know about the Apocrypha.
Right.
They don't know about 1st and 2nd Maccabees.
Right.
You don't know what happened, man.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
But Bible shot just to add to you, bro. Can the brother look up strangers for the brother in Isaiah 14? Because you got two words for strangers. You know, you got one word that goes to the actual heathens being strangers, and then you got another word that is dealing with the Israelites being strangers. You know. You got it?
No, you got it wrong. Let me get it.
Okay.
Hey, you bring your priest up here.
Yeah,
This Isaiah 11:13. In that day there shall be in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which should stand for the inside of his people, and to it shall be Gentile seeking.
That. No, you got it.
Go ahead.
That's your house shot.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
You know, he's the root. He say, I'm the root and the offspring of David.
That's it. That's it.
You know,
That's
but
it.
see, because it's all about this. Really is all about one lineage, that chosen line of Adam, man. You know, that's what this is dealing with, and they know that. They make shows, man. They make shows about this, man. You know, the damn devil know. They know the importance of it, but you niggas, you want to save the actual heathen, man. You know, but you got it, brother.
All right, and his rest shall be glorious.
Which is the kingdom of heaven.
That's it.
But that's the promise to our forefathers, man. But it said to it shall the Gentiles seek. You know, they would seek that standard, man, because it said he would stand as an ensign or a standard for the people, man. You know. But who's coming into this thing? Ain't no Edomites coming into it.
No.
Ain't no Japhites, ain't no Hamites. You know, that you may have Israelites that may look like them, because we've been scattered among them. And that's the mystery of the Gentiles,
That's
man.
it.
You know? But does it sit on it?
One more.
Okay, go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day the Most High shall set his hand against the second time.
Right, well, what's the first time? He brought us out of the land of Egypt. This is the second Exodus, man. What Exodus? Exit. We about to go home, man.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
And you niggas want to stay here. That's what it's only for the elect, man. And you got Israelites, black as fucking midnight, that love America, but you got Israelite foreigners ready to leave this bitch, man.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead, brother.
To recover the remnant of his people.
To recover the remnant, because see, going back to ancient Egypt, he brought all Israel out. We all came out by our armies.
Yeah.
But what happened? He took out 2/3 in the wilderness.
Yeah.
But this time, and he's only taking a remnant, and 2/3 gonna die in America. But y'all gonna die in Egypt this time.
And when you think
You
about
know?
that term remnant, it's like remainder.
Yeah,
What's left.
it is.
So
Yep.
out of the second coming of Yahushua, only the elect
Yep.
will be left within salvation.
And that's what makes salvation so precious. You know? But you got it, brother.
Which shall be left from Assyria.
What should be left? So we got people left over there in Assyria, going back to what? The Assyrian captivity.
That's it.
The northern tribes.
No.
All right? And so that's far out, man. And then you even see some northern tribes, and I've seen it. Some of them look like Ishmael. Some of them look like Edom. Why? 'Cause we've been scattered in the regions, man. You know?
Right.
So you got Israelites of the northern kingdom still in what they call Iraq, man. Because that's where Assyria was. Go ahead, bro.
And from Egypt. And from Patros.
Right, in Egypt, we got a long history in Egypt.
Yeah.
All right, Paphos, go ahead.
And from Cush.
Right, so Ethiopia,
And from
you know,
Edom. I'm sorry.
you got a lot of Israelites in Ethiopia, man. All right, in the surrounding areas, go ahead.
And from Elam. And from
Now
Shinar.
you're speaking about East India. You know, you got Pakistan. You know, but go ahead, bro.
And from Hafmah.
Hamas.
Hamal.
I want to say that's dealing with Egypt again too.
And from the
If I'm not mistaken. Either Egypt or Syria. Can the brother look it up?
Yeah, I'm
I don't want to
looking
get it wrong. Go ahead.
And from the Isles of the sea.
Right. And the brother Gabaria Howard, you know, who's stationed in Hawaii, brother from Jersey, I think. But see, he was in the military. That's why he over there. But man, he said there's a lot of Ephraimites in Hawaii. Check that out, man. So you can't go by face value. And then Jake loved foreign women. Hey, Jake rap about that shit, man. So Jake even Balaam, the Midianite, he prophesied, he was like, Jacob's seed shall be in many waters, man. Papa was a rolling stone. You know, so Jake get it in, and after so many generations, we began to look like them. It's an easy concept, man. If the Spirit really open your eyes to see it. You can't be like Zabak, reject Jake from Japan. He come up wanna know what this about, and you be like, this ain't for you. You gotta measure your spirit with the scriptures, man.
You got terrorists just to lamb back.
Yep.
You got terrorists that look just like you.
Upper Syria.
Huh?
Syria?
Upper Syria.
Upper Syria, okay.
You got terrorists that look like you, and you would call them brother. This thing's spiritual, man.
Yep. Yep.
You know, that's all I want to say.
Hey,
right.
Bring out that phone call earlier. What's up? Going into that.
This-
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
This is in
16:16.
the Hebrew for stranger. It's
Oh.
guard.
Wait, and there was spiritual. Our forefather Moses, Masha, when he left Egypt, you know, and he well, you want to get it or
Got it.
oh you got it, well, you got it, bro.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
In the Hebrew for stranger is guard. And it means sojourner, a temporary inhabitant, a
Man,
newcomer lacking inherited rights,
Israelites.
it's plain, bro.
It's plain.
of foreigners in Israel through conceded rights.
You can't get that.
Nah.
You can't get around it.
Yeah.
You can't get around it.
Yeah, it was why you read in Ephesians, it says being aliens from the Commonwealth of Israel.
That's right.
I mean, you lived outside the land.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's easy.
And that's what makes you alienated.
Yep.
Hey, this is Exodus 2:21. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah,
Yep.
his daughter, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom.
Okay, we just read, it goes in the guard.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
And when you break that term down, Gershom, you know what? I'm gonna read you a comment. It states, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land.
And that's all of us now.
That's all you have to do.
Because the Lord, he punted Israel, man. He kicked us the fuck out.
Yeah.
He kicked us out the land like Martin, man. And now look at us. We everywhere. So you can't be proud, man. And you Jace that are, like I said, black is midnight, black is Wesley Snipes. You act like, you grew up knowing everything, man.
Mhm.
You know? And let's say if you grew up knowing, you didn't have the full truth.
That's right.
None of us did, man.
You weren't born again.
You want, and yep, that's it.
You can know the truth and not be born again.
And I know your house
And I
shot.
know your house shot.
Yeah, man. But that's far out. Hey, Moses had a son. His name was Gershom.
Mhm.
You know, which goes to the stranger, man.
That's right.
You know, so hey, that's spiritual.
Yeah.
But we got some.
I got Deuteronomy 28.
And Bible shot. Can we get Jeremiah 30 and 8? Because it's the contrast, and we get Isaiah 14 again. Yeah, you got it, bro. You know, because see, it's a difference. That's why you got to know the meaning of words, man.
Okay, that's good.
You know, but go ahead.
Yeah, I just want, unless you want them first,
What
I
you
had
got?
something to prove what you were saying.
Okay, yeah,
about
go ahead.
Hamath, and how it went back to the Assyrian captivity. This is 2 Kings chapter 17, okay, verse,
Oh yeah, wow,
Yep.
wow.
I started at 20. It says, and the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel and afflicted them and delivered them into the hand of the spoilers until he had cast them out of his sight.
Yep.
For he rent
Cast them
Israel.
out of his sight, meaning out of their land.
That's it.
Because the scripture in Deuteronomy it says, the eyes of the Lord are upon the land of Israel from the beginning of the year to the end of the year.
Mhm.
So he always watching that land. So we cast out his sight, meaning we not in the land. He kicking us out the land.
Mhm.
You know, you got it, bro.
And delivered them into the hand of the spoilers until he cast them out of his sight.
Right.
For he rent from the house of David. It's like, for he rent Israel from the house of David, and they made Jeroboam the son of Nebat king, and Jeroboam.
And going back to when that prophet, he had rent that, was it a garment?
It was a garment.
But you know, he had took away like 9 tribes, and said, well, this gonna belong to Jeroboam, and then the other tribes will belong to Rehoboam. You know, because it was dealing with the split, which really, to be honest, it was all set up in the spirit, man. And I was thinking about it, not to get off topic, but you know, we be reading about the history of our forefather Joseph, you know, and when Joseph was sold into slavery by his brothers, hey, that's a deep story, man, because when he was separated, but then you know the Lord exalted him in Egypt, but his you know it was a famine in Canaan and in the surrounding areas, so his brother said came to Egypt, and they saw him, they didn't recognize him. But he looked like an Egyptian, proving he was dark skinned, by the way. God damn it. He was dark skinned, because why did they mistake him for an Egyptian, man? He was real dark.
He probably was bald headed.
Probably was bald head, yep.
Face,
yeah.
And had on the Egyptian attire.
Yep.
He looked like Jordan with the Egyptian attire.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
Man.
That's it.
Man.
That's it.
But it was for like he knew them though.
Yeah.
He recognized them and he started like he went away and he started crying, man. You know? And they remind me of when we wake up to this truth and we realize we were separated from the northern kingdom, man.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah.
You would damn near cry. Cause I felt bad, man. Like, you know, cause when I was in Illinois, you know, like it's Jake gangbang a lot up there, man. And like Esau behind that shit too. And Jake killing the fuck out of each other, man. Especially like, you know, the northern kingdom and southern kingdom and vice versa. Like it's like a deep, like I'm gonna get your ass spirit. But Esau behind that, and it's the curses ultimately. But then you wake up to the truth, you hurt. Like we was brothers the whole time, man.
Bewitched.
Bewitched. And nigga, you the problem.
Right.
You the enemy, man.
Common enemy. It's one common enemy. Every damn time, man.
Yep.
We all got one common enemy, man. You know?
Hey, to back up your previous point,
You got it.
that prophet was a hijack.
Okay.
He called his new garment that was on him, which was Jeroboam, and he tore it in 10 pieces.
10 pieces. Oh, so like I stayed correct. You know?
At that time,
It was because it included Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Salaki for that.
Yeah.
You know, which Dan later on became amalgamated or mixed into, you know, with all the tribes. That's why you read Revelation 7, Dan isn't mentioned. So we'll find out what happened to Dan in the kingdom, you know.
But you know what? It makes sense because Dan goes into what? Judge.
Yeah.
So from a spiritual sense,
We all judges.
we all judges.
Yes, yep.
Verse 22, it said, "For the children of Israel walked in the sins of Jeroboam, in which he did, and they departed not from them."
And it's crazy too, because man, hey, well, me and Elder Bun, also Elder Malcolm, we got into the history of the Northern Kingdom a lot. And you see it today, man. You go inside a bodega, or you just around, just you know, you around whether it's Issachar or Ephraim, they heavy in the idols. But it really all the northern tribes, and even you niggas too, man.
Yeah.
Y'all into it too, you know. But the northern tribe, say bro,
Not just saying Caesar Borgia.
Caesar Borgia.
Yeah.
But the northern kingdom, they take it to new heights, man.
Yep.
You know, like they got idols all in the car, like all around them, the rosary beads, you know, the candles, the way they got the tattoos on them. They go all out with the idols. But see, that shows you it's ancient. Cause see, they had that spirit going back to ancient Egypt, man. And they actually brought that over here. They had the same spirit. They came over here with them in the Americas. Now they came over to rehearse the righteous acts, but at the same time they brought them idols with them too.
And the proof on that is one thing the Egyptians did, and forget me if the name of the concept slips, but you sacrifice to appease the gods.
Yep.
You do these human sacrifice to appease the gods so you can have good crops that year, a good harvest. Ham did that.
Yep.
But they came over here and did that. And they showed you that in the movie Apocalypto.
That's right, bro.
They had all those human sacrifice to appease the so-called gods, man.
Yep.
Where they get that from?
Right, where they get that from? And it just so happened to have pyramids, man.
Yeah, bro.
Come on, man.
Yep. Pyramids, Gad, y'all got them damn earthworks, them mounds.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing, man.
Treasure cities, right?
Treasure cities. Yep.
Shepherd kings.
Yep.
Yep. Can't make it up. You got it, bro.
Well, and the way you align the concept of pyramids and how you align it, it came from the astrology in Egypt.
Yep.
The Northern Kingdom, because it tells you Issachar was good with the times, astrology, but the way the constellation was how you align up your architecture.
That's right.
And you brought that to the Americas because those pyramids are in alignment based on certain
Star alignments.
man.
Yeah, man.
So it's no coincidence that I don't know how many miles away that is, 6,000 miles, 10,000, I don't know. But it's no coincidence that they have a reflective culture.
Yeah, when me and Elder Bum, you know, Lord bless us to go to Mexico and see some stuff. But at Chichen Itza, basically, damn, what they call it, that thing, man. But basically, they have a certain way that the sun will align with the pyramid, and it actually looks like what they call the descent of Kukulkan, which is it represented the Lord, but Jake started tripping, you know. But it's the shape of a snake, but it's according to the sun, the way the sun, you know, lines up with it. But where do they get that from?
Right.
It go back to Egypt, man. You know, you can't make it up. You got it, bro.
Something comes from something.
Yep.
Everything comes from something. You know?
It says, verse 23, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, and he said, as he said by all his servants the prophet, so was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day.
And what's so far out about it, when you're carried away, there's always a dispersion. Because it's not like you're just going to go to that one land only. You know what I'm saying? So you got Jakes that kind of like branch away and do their own thing. So Jake was somewhere everywhere, man. Not to mention, you still had some Jake that were left. Not all Jake, you know, went to Assyria. So they stayed within the land of Israel. That's why, you know, you get a story of Anna, you know, the prophetess. You know, she had those visions, but she was from the tribe of Asher.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, the same thing. You had a story of Judith.
Yep.
You
Yep,
know,
that's right.
you know, I mean, you go into the history. Not all Jake left. You know,
Like Yahushua, when the angel instructed Joseph to take him to Egypt, you
Yeah.
still had so-called Israelite communities there in Egypt.
yep,
You know?
that's right, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Them Alexandrian Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the topic of the Israelite foreigners is so deep because when this happened, when that split took place, the southern kingdom was looking at the northern kingdom like heathens.
Yep.
Because they didn't, because like the Lord rejected y'all. Y'all worshiping them goddamn idols. You're not keeping law, statutes, and commandments. You know, so the Father ain't dealing with y'all no more. So Jake had an FU mentality to the northern kingdom, man. They looked at them like heathens. So you had that take place. Not to mention, you read the history in 1st and 2nd Maccabees, even among the southern kingdom. You know, like we were looking at each other like heathens because you had Jake in the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi was acting like goddamn Greeks, man.
That's right.
You know? But now you got it, bro.
Verse 24, and the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Cuthah, and from Avah, and from Hamath, and from Supervium, and placed them in the cities of
The
Samaria.
scripture shows you there were implants.
Yep.
There were implants.
The Samaritan woman.
Yeah, the Samaritan woman.
Like Jewish.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah. And that show, hey, Edom, you not original, man.
1948ers.
It
Yeah.
always comes for something.
Something always comes from something. No new thing under the sun,
Where'd you
man.
get that idea from, nigga?
Yeah, man. Because Amalek, this nigga an implant, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right, that's right.
Yep.
And placed them in the cities of Samaria, and instead of the children of Israel, and they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof.
Hey, and it's crazy because, see, everybody want to be an Israelite except the Israelites, man. You, Jason, when the Lord said he would strike you with madness. Because here it is, like you'll read our history in the book of Nehemiah and also in the book of Ezra. We was rebuilding the temple, you know, and you had some of the heathens, they were like, we see your God like you do since the days of such and such, going back to the Assyrian captivity, man. You know what I'm saying? But they felt insulted. They was like, hell no, you ain't gonna deal with us. But they was actually looking at themselves like they was Israelites because they was living in our land, man. You know, but here it is. See, Jake, you want to save that people. Hey, it tells you in Baruch, give not thy honor to another, man. Fuck them. This is our thing, man.
Right.
This us. Fuck them. They had their chance, man.
Right.
Now it's our turn.
Right.
You know? You got it, brother.
That was it.
Okay, can somebody get Jeremiah about shut? I'm gonna get back to you,
No,
bro.
you want 30 and 8? I think he had.
Yeah, 30 and 8.
30 and 8.
And yeah, 30 and 8, and give you guys Isaiah 14 again, and I'm gonna pass back to you.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke off thy neck.
Break who yoke? Edom's. And the scripture say he put a yoke of iron about our neck until he had destroyed us, right? And you can actually look that up on Google. The so-called Negro slaves had yokes of iron physically around their necks.
That's right.
You know, only us, Amalek, that don't fit you.
right.
That happened to us. So that happened, but it said until he had destroyed thee, because now you a mental slave.
Yep.
So now the yoke or the shackles on your mind, man.
You're conquered.
You're conquered. And hey, that movie Get Out is why it was a spiritual movie. It's about escaping that slavery or captivity in your mind, man.
The sunken place.
The sunken place. Yep. Hey, go ahead, brother.
And will burst thy bonds.
Break them chains, man. He gonna break us free from this bondage and also these bodies, man. Go ahead, bro.
And strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Can the brother Bible Kushai get that word for strangers? Because now we're going to compare it. So we got Gar, you had Isaiah 14, and then you got this word here. Let's see if it's the same. All right? And this is how you understand the idea or the concept of the Israelite foreigners, man. Who's the real strangers and who's slide. And who's the Israelite foreigners that are called strangers. You know?
I'm looking for you, bro.
Okay.
Okay, for strangers in Jeremiah 30:8, Strong's H 21:14, pronounced as Zawar. Zawar.
Zawar?
Yep,
Okay.
Zawar, which means to be strange, be a stranger, to be a strange, be one alienated.
Right.
I mean,
You need anything else?
profane.
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 This is the actual heathen, man.
That's it.
Hey, well, Revelation was 11.
Yup,
You know, the outer court,
yup.
the court which is without temple leave out,
Yeah.
that is given unto the Gentiles.
Yeah.
So war, that's the actual heathen, man.
Mhm.
It's two different words. War in Jeremiah was 30:8. It's a war, but then you got Isaiah 14. That's Gar, which is Israel, man. The strangers shall be joined with them, which are Israelite foreigners. When you read that, it should somewhat remind you of Romans 11. You got the wild olive tree, but then being grafted in, the strangers shall be joined with them.
Also,
You grafted or joined. It's going to the same thing, man.
also a definition from the Strong's, it has
Another,
another.
because you're not us.
Yup.
You're imposters, man. And then Amalek, you about to get the biggest ass whooping in the existence of the planet, man. And nobody should feel bad for you. Look at all the wickedness is going on, man. Here it is, people's offspring, they seed not even safe because of you. Especially Jake. All these different Amber Alerts and missing such and such posters, and cause nigga, you kidnapping our offspring, man. Sacrificing Israelites, and we gonna get you in captivity. You, not us. But the reason why you want to attach yourself to being us, because you know the power that comes with this, man. Power coming, brothers. We coming in the power, but power on a whole nother level that's never been seen before is coming to us, man. And they know it. The Lord gonna raise us up, man. All these different visions and not only the scriptures alone, but all these visions brothers receiving, dealing with spiritual power. You think that's a joke? They know it. But you can get Isaiah 14.
Yeah. I got one for you too.
Oh, okay.
You want the Isaiah 14 first?
I mean, get your precept. Yep.
Okay, get that.
Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
And will yet choose Israel. And you can link that to the book of Zechariah. Zechariah, the first chapter and the second chapter. He gonna choose Jerusalem again. Yet means moreover. Basically like a reminder. Like in case you forgot. I'm gonna choose them again. I'm still gonna choose Israel, man. Going to the synonyms of yet. All right? And it's a small word, but yeah, the Lord, he reminding you. Because he don't change, man. All right? He's still gonna choose us, man. And we done fucked up as a nation. We was wicked, and it ain't right. We went off, and that's why we gonna feel bad in the kingdom, and we gonna mourn, man, because we don't deserve it. But at the same time, he made you who you are, and he made us who we are. And it's the thing now that works. It don't matter how much you eat, might go to church, how many good works you do. You can give food away. You go to stew pot. It don't fucking matter, man. Because the Lord still chose us. He didn't choose you. All right? Go ahead, brother.
This is and set them in their own land.
We going back to the land of Israel. Hey, it's scripture in the book of Jeremiah. It says how there shall dwell in Judah itself. Judah alone, man. Not you. It ain't you, man. It's us.
We don't have to go to our land and get permission from you to dwell in our land. You know?
Yeah. And that's what Jay doing today. You Jason Demona, basically in the goddamn desert. You know, and you're gonna be drafted soon. Y'all gotta be in the military to be over there, man. You need this nigga permission to live in your own land, man. This fucking imposter. The scripture in Isaiah say how strange to devour your land in your sight, man. I'd rather just be here for right now. See, you guys, really, you were impatient, man. Go back to Ben Ami, and that nigga wasn't Moses, man. All right? And y'all didn't deal with the prophecies. Y'all wanted the kingdom early. We gotta wait. You still under the curses, and y'all over there, y'all not even keeping the Passover, man. Eating watermelon and shit, man. Ain't no wrong watermelon, but y'all vegan? How you keep the Passover? You vegan, nigga? What's wrong with you? Go ahead, bro.
I got a quick one.
Okay.
Isaiah 2:2. It shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house should be established in the top of the mountain.
Hey, man, brothers, be excited, man. Please be, man. I can't fucking wait, man.
Right.
Man, brothers, we coming into power, man. You know what Yahweh Shai about to do? It ain't about what we gonna do. You know what Yahweh Shai about to do? He gonna set you up there, man. That's why, bro, Edom mad as hell. Nigga, you hurt. You hurt. So just bring the chip. It don't matter no more. You done. All right? The mountain of the Lord's house. The Lord's house. It's okay. The Lord's house shall be established at the top of the mountains. So brothers, man, get ready, man. Lord will, the Lord choose us. You know? But man, hey, you about to be up there. All right? Go ahead, brother.
It shall be exalted above the hills.
Above all the governments of the earth, because our Lord coming back to take all the kingdoms of the earth down, man. He the King of Kings. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
It says, and nations shall flow unto it.
Right, you're gonna flow into the house of David. In scripture in Psalms, there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David, man. And that's why Esau, Edom, well, there's many reasons, you know, but they got that movie, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal. I probably sound crazy, you know, but I like that movie for what it is. And Lord will, well, you know, me and the brother, Bayou, we went into that movie years ago. Me, Todd's one too. But that's a deep movie because at the end they show you those 13 so-called alien skeletons on those 13 thrones, man. You know, but it represented, you know, Yahweh Shai and the 12, but also Yahweh Shai and the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Why did they throw that in there?
In so many words, it's been a while since I watched it. Basically, they ascended into those chariots.
They went into their chariot
by way of knowledge.
Yep, what they said. Yep.
What was their strength? And it was like it was knowledge.
Yo, it said knowledge is their treasure.
Knowledge is their treasure. Yep. That's Wisdom of Solomon 6.
I mean, you can't get around it. They know. They was in Isaiah 33 and 6. Well, I mean, you know.
Wisdom of knowledge is the root to it said the desire of wisdom brings forth the kingdom.
Brings to a kingdom. Knowledge, man. Hey, this all started with ideas. Knowledge. And it's manifested into a physical kingdom, man.
Right.
But this far out. You got men on the earth preaching this word on the internet that's gonna get beamed up into chariots, man. When does that ever happen? You know, but you got it, bro.
Yeah, it was just saying the first Purge filmmaker, he got a movie coming out called Black. And it said it goes into the comic book, which only black people will have superpowers.
Whoa.
They know. And even that bald head bitch, Tiffany Haddish, well, her sellout ass, she even said we gonna have superpowers, man. Same demon at the Oscars kissing Esau ass. But you know what? See, everybody is gonna be, you know, somewhat privy to this, bro. And brothers, man, hey, just be humble. And you know, Elder Bond be speaking about that a lot. Please just be humble, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, like, as of late, now you got that mask mandate or whatever that's been uplifted. But sometimes I go to the store, I had a mask on. People about to, bro, they coming. They gonna recognize you because people. I kind of been trying to like lay low with shit, man. People they gonna run to y'all. They gonna run to you because the Lord, he dealing with us, man. And he gonna raise us up, man. All right, and they know it. They know it, and they scared as hell, man. And I'm glad you're scared as hell, because all I've been thinking about is the bullshit y'all did to us, man. We had a civil rights museum right on the fucking street, you know. And me, Elder Sahab, and Brother Ayash, Amaf, went to that exhibit, Spirit of the Passage. Bro, it make you want to burn up America, man. Like, if you had the power yourself, it wouldn't be a need for missiles. You know, I mean, you know, the Lord would destroy this bitch, man. But it's like, man, if you had spiritual power, it's like, man, you would incinerate crackers, man, for the shit they did to our people, man. Burning our people, having barbecues, picnics, you know. That exhibit went in, man. What you would do to little boys and girls, and now you modern niggas, you're the finished product of this shit, man. America gonna be destroyed, man. And you crackers, you goddamn Edomites, you gonna pay for everything you fucking did, man. All of it, man. Go ahead, bro.
It's back in Isaiah 14:2. It says, and the people should take them and bring them to their place.
And the people, the Israelites, should take them and bring them to their place. You know? Slavery's in the Bible, man. Okay, go ahead, brother.
And it says, and the house of Israel should possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And
right?
And they should take them captives, whose captives they were, and they should rule over their oppressors.
And that's plain as day. You know, that's plain right there. You know? A latter day prophecy in the Old Testament, in the book of the prophet Isaiah, man. You know, which links up what the Lord said. You know, Revelation 13:10. You know, but you got it, brother. Okay.
And this is Zechariah 14:17. And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord Yahweh.
You're gonna worship our God, goddammit. Because everybody that came into power, they will force their religion on you.
That's right.
Well, guess what? It ain't gonna be no different.
Right.
But this time it's the real God.
Right.
All right? It's gonna be the real God this time, and we gonna be on your ass, man. You have a certain quota, and you don't meet it, man. We gonna be very vigorous, man. All right? But it was in the book of the prophet Isaiah, it says, "The nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish." I ain't gonna go and do what them niggas say. Boom. You getting blew up. Or it's a famine in your land, man. You got it, brother.
Yeah, back into the scripture, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, even on them shall be no rain.
Hey, because this is why it says, no, you're not, you shall judge angels. So we gonna sick Satan on you? You know? That's how you had them droughts and you had them different problems. So, hey, you have to bow down, man. We did. And, you know, and that was divine intervention, because how in the hell, because y'all was going to, you know, the lower state of Esau, Edom earlier, how in the hell did these people do this to us, man? Divine intervention. The Lord raised them up to do it. And that shows you our God is all powerful, man. Because these people are so beneath us, bro. To the point where really it ain't fair. You know, but it is fair because we fucked up. We messed up, you know? But see, that you know, that relationship is being brought back together now between us and our power, and now you in trouble. Because now Israel is being obedient. So now you gotta pay. Now you gotta pay. But on you it's gonna be no rain. So yeah, you think you ain't gonna worship our God and do your own thing. We gonna see. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 18. And if the family of Egypt go not up.
You goddamn Hamites. You know, you actual Egyptians. You Jakes, man, you ain't no damn Africans, man. You're Israelites. You know? Now that Pan-African shit played out, man. You know, we ain't no Africans, man. And I saw some sisters earlier. I was by Barnes and Noble, you know, driving, and you know, they was all covered. They was fully covered up, to where you could really just only see their eyes or like part of their face.
They're civilized.
It's civilized. I slowed down. I asked them what religion they are. You know, they said Muslim. You know, but they look beautiful though. Like that's the way it's supposed to be.
Modesty is civilized, man.
Yep.
You walking around half naked, you're a heathen. You're the spirit of a heathen, man. You know, the world is changing, man. You know.
Yep, and we Israelites, man. A lot of y'all Jakes that's still over there in Africa, y'all into Islam. You're over there in Mali, or you know, or wherever you at. That's why, you know, I brought that point up. But y'all not African, man. Calling yourself a Moor, you not African.
You're not the son of Ham.
You're not the son of Ham. It's a very big difference. Y'all the sons of God, man. You know, the son of them Hamite. You know, no flavor, dismal ass, man. Weird ass people. Which basically Esau, Edom, they follow that vibration, man. You know, it's a very big difference between us and the Egyptians. You got it, bro.
No more. And come not that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the feast of the tabernacle.
This is gonna be a very big deal. Because you see us, man, like we're pretty much bound to the ordinances of this world. Even right now, man, like Jake, they speaking about Easter and shit. You know, speaking about all these false holidays, like, and then, you know, with us, to the best of our ability, we rehearse the righteous acts, but we can't fully keep the Sabbath and the new moon here. And we desire to, but society keep going. It doesn't shut down for, you know, what we got going on, but in the kingdom, oh, it's gonna be a whole different story. A whole different story. And it's crazy because, you know, today is so-called April 1st, but the new moon came in last night. So that was kind of like, pretty much like accurate, because the new moon, that's the first of the month. You know, but in the kingdom now, we're going to fully do it, and everybody got to deal with it. And you're going to follow it too.
We're going to civilize you niggas.
We're going to civilize them niggas, man. That's right. That's right, bro. But now, hey, you got it, bro. You got it. Okay. Hey, let's get destruction, man. You know what? You using Zechariah 14 to start at the top, and can we get Isaiah 13? Hey, cause bad times coming. I step up. Yeah, my bad. Bad times coming, man. And it's no sweet way to put it. It's gonna get bad, brothers. We gonna need the hedge, and we had a hedge now, but that's why we can't fuck this up. Don't leave the house, man. It's like during the Passover, you know. And demons mess with all of us, man. And they want to trick your ass to leave the house. And it's a horror film. I got to find it. But it was dealing with that, you know. It was dealing with a certain family, you know. And the whole point of that movie, well, if they stayed in the house, they would pretty much like live forever. They stayed young, but every time they would go outside, they would age. And it was a little boy. He kept trying to sneak outside and shit, you know. His parents, they wasn't with it, you know. But you know, every time he go outside, next thing you know, he started off very young. He snuck outside. He became a damn teenager when he came back in. And every time he came back in the house, he got older and older. And it got to the point to where, like at the end of the movie, he pretty much died. Like the older he got, the more demonic he started being. But they showed the end of that movie. He was outside the house. He became an old man, and he started disintegrating, man. Like he started to become, he became ashes pretty much, because he left the house. All right, brothers, this knowledge, this truth, the house of the Lord, this is where immortality at, man. All right, we don't leave the house, man.
Fountain of youth. The
fountain of youth. Do not leave the house, man. And the hedges here, we're protected, brothers. We're protected. Yeah, you got it, bro.
Confirmation all
It's
night.
Proverbs 8:35. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul, and all they that hate me love death.
Yeah, man. So, hey, don't be like these different Israelite groups that basically want to do their own thing. We're not in this thing to be westernized Israelites, man. Have parties and, you know, be pretty much like you know, the nigga shit, but with the truth. It ain't about that. It's about being fully converted, man. You know? We're returning to the eastern ways. That's us. That's you. We from the east. Fuck this American bullshit, man. But by getting these prophecies, we just gonna get into it. You know, Zechariah 14. Okay. You start top.
Hey, this is Zechariah 14:1. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh come, and your spoil shall be divided in the midst of you.
The day of Yahweh Shemiah Shai is coming. The day of the Lord, man. And shit ain't sweet. It's a horrible day on the earth. You know, he got them Jake in Texas, the mixtapes, you know, Swisher House, and you know, the day hell broke loose, man. That's about to happen. The day hell breaks loose, man. It's gonna get bad, man. But then it's good too. You know, Lord willing for us.
the hopeful elect. All right? And the spoil represent the heathen, man. Y'all ain't number slaves on the loose, man. And you got them Edomites, you niggas off the chain, man. Literally. Because very soon we're going to round you up. All right? Y'all spoiled. You're prey. Okay, go ahead, brother.
At verse 2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. And the
Yeah, so this dealing with the time of Jacob's trouble. JT, all right? That great tribulation, man. You know, you're going to have these different foreign troops, people that don't know you at all. They don't speak a lick of English, and they here to hunt you, all right? They here to hurt you. They don't like you, all right? And pretty much, the Lord is sending them against you, man, because you ain't right. But see, we don't got to worry about this shit, man. You know, can brother get Jeremiah 30:7? We don't got to worry about this shit. Don't worry about this shit, man. You know, a lot of times, you know, we can experience certain anxiety and stuff like that because of the, you know, the worries and the cares of this life. We don't got nothing to worry about, man. The Lord, hey, as long as we stay here, as long as we do this, brothers, as long as we do this, we don't got nothing to worry about. They got shit to worry about because they outside the house. You know, go ahead, brother. Get there, 30:7, real quick.
That is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it.
None is like it, Bishop Nathaniel. Which is, you know, things starting to look better for you. You call on the name of the Lord, you know. But hey, we'll see what happens. Which that may be good news for certain members of IUIC. Because see, at the end of the day, it's an Israelite thing, but it's an Israelite of the elect thing. It's not about alphabet groups, you know, what group you in, or like what sex you claim. This ain't no gang shit. We Israelites, man. You know? And the elect, hey, brothers about to go home. Brothers and sisters of part of the elect are about to go home. That's what it's about. All right? So, you know, Lord willing, hey, you know, with Bishop Nathaniel, he fully gets himself together, man. And there is a Jacob's trouble in the Bible. Ain't no time. Slavery don't compare to this. So what is, hey, like Elder Yashua said, what is the Lord about to do, man? If this don't scare the shit out of you, I don't know what will. You know? It's about to get bad, brothers. It's going to get bad, man. All right? I fully believe all them visions that brothers saw. It's going to, yeah. All right? Hey, go ahead, brother. Baba Shah.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yep.
But he shall be saved out of
the elect. Because see, as of right now, like I say, Apostle Paul said it best. They are not all Israel, which are of Israel. And as of right now, the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is looking down on the earth, and the only people that he recognizes as Israelites is those as part of your elect, man. Fuck everybody else. It is what it is. You know? The elect shall be saved out of it. Let's go back to 14, Zechariah.
This is back into Zechariah 14 and verse 2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle.
The time of Jacob's trouble. Once again, foreign troops, man. Foreign troops. Go ahead, brother.
And the city shall be taken.
The city shall be taken. And what's going to happen to Jacob? See, because you represent the city. All right? The scripture in Maccabees, he didn't choose the place. He didn't choose the people for the place's sake. But how does it go? All right, the water, brother. Because see, we're a people before we're a place, man.
right.
We the city.
They say they on one of the door moves.
Yeah.
They say on one of the door moves.
Okay.
Like, you know, the people, same like maybe just saying.
Yeah. It's us.
Yeah.
We're Zion, man. You got it, bro.
In 2 Maccabees 5 and 19. Nevertheless, the Most High did not choose the people for the place's sake,
Yep.
but the place for the people's sake.
For the people's sake, it begins with the people. We Jerusalem. We Israel. You know? Because, and you notice, and it was a hospital on this, you notice wherever you go, the people create the atmosphere. Because if a group of people leave a certain place, another group of people come, the spirit is different. Because the different people there. You see?
They have a phrase called the life of the party.
The life of the man. Yep. You got it, brother.
Back in the scripture.
So now we understand what that city is. It's talking about you. Go ahead.
And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished.
Wait, and the sea shall be taken. Can the brother get Revelation 2 and 10? What they gonna take? All right? This is gonna be the worst time on earth, man. All right?
Book of Revelation.
Whichever brother want to get it.
Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Yep.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison,
Yep.
that ye may be tried, that ye should have tribulation 10 days.
Yep.
Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
The devil, he talking about spiritual demon Satan. You know, nigga with a pitchfork on the ground somewhere, man. Painted red. Nah, that red man, he's physical. And he's on the earth with you. You've been around the devil the whole time. You just didn't know it. Esau, Edom. You know? What was that the one saying? The devil wears Prada? Yeah, you him. You know? He gonna cast y'all into prison by way of these different troops. You know? Different SWAT teams, however it is. But the military, when the hour of martial law is declared, they gonna snatch Jake up, and like I said during Hurricane Katrina, they shooting anything the color of a brown paper bag, man.
And then you got that, right? You got the military. You got local Edom.
Yeah, local, yep.
Because those local Edomites that said
Yeah,
that
they
one
said
time
that.
of the truth.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't even
Jesse them, yep.
Yep.
Hillbillies, man.
Yeah.
And Louisiana, that's the home of rednecks.
Yep.
Just like Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, Tennessee. Come on, man.
And then, to be honest, at least they honest about it down south. See, the worst devils are the ones up north. Cause they fake that shit, and they hate you niggas the most. I mean, they all hate us, but just saying, like, at least the ones in the southern states, they're more honest and out in the open with it. You know, but they all the devil, all of them. The ones down here and the ones up there, east and west, they all the same damn devil, man. Right. The point is, they gonna come for Jake, man, during the hour of martial law. Let's go to 14. Read it again.
Back in Zechariah 14 and verse 2. Yeah. It states, "For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken."
And we read where they gonna take you.
Yeah.
They gonna cast you in prison, which are these concentration camps. Or like that old bitch Hillary Clinton said a while back, they gonna put you in fun camps. She got them FEMA camps, fun camps, man. Adult fun camps, showing you how to, bro. Hey, they gonna show you how much they love you, Jake.
And you know what's so crazy? The celebrities are trying to engineer the people for that.
Yep.
Shaq got a party called the Fun House.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who say who now?
Shaq.
Wow.
Had a party
Yeah,
called the
nigga,
Fun
man.
House. Yeah. Back in the scripture, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled or ransacked, and the women ravished.
Can the brother get Bible Shah 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 67? We can start at 66, you know. But hey, your house is rifled. So hey, and the Spirit has been saying really for a while now, you gotta detach, man. Let this shit go. Let the greed go. Cause they gonna take all that shit anyway, man.
And it's not to say, leave your apartment,
Well, yeah.
leave your house, and start living off the grid.
Right.
But you gotta mentally be ready to let this thing go.
Yep.
And then you should know certain things,
Yep.
Ultimately, we're gonna be navigated by your Yahweh. We're gonna be protected by your Yahweh from outside. But you should realize that your existence wasn't reality.
Yeah.
You lived in an artificial world, man.
Yeah. And then when I say let it go, I mean in the spirit.
Right.
But hey, prepare to lose. Because you can't take this stuff with you anyway. I mean, like the elder said, that don't mean you leave, what you got, and you quit your job, and nah, you don't do that. I mean, come on, Jake.
Don't be simple.
Don't be simple.
But you gotta tell Jake, don't be simple.
Yep.
You gotta say it.
You gotta balance it out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Jake can
Second
do it.
Ezra, right?
Yeah, 2nd
Second
Ezra.
I gotta say.
Oh, you got it? Okay, go ahead, bro.
2nd Ezra 16 and 66. What will ye do, or how will ye hide your sins before Yahweh and his angels?
You can't. That's why, as the beloved Elder Apostle Gabar been saying for a while now, hey, we got to be honest with ourselves, man, because everything is recorded, bro. And we fully believe through the Holy Spirit everything is written, man. And once you come into that realization, you're like, man, I got to do this thing right because it's written. Bro, that's mind-blowing. You living out a life that's written in a book. That's how far out the Most High is, man. And you can't escape it, man. You got that one movie, it's called Sinister.
And you had what's that dude named Ethan Hawke? Basically, you know, they moved to that one house, and it was some home movies left there, and it got to the point like he started seeing a demon because of the movies. But he tried to get rid of the tapes, and every time he tried to get rid of it, it kept coming back. That's how the Bible is, man. You can't escape it, man. You cannot escape it. But it's like horror. It's written with lamentation, mourning, and woe, man. The good book. The good book full of bad things too, man. And that's the balance of Yahweh Shemiah Shah. All right, because he's all powerful, man. You know, you gotta make it.
I just want to add, the Bible's really like the Most High telling Esau, you gotta see me, man.
Yep.
All these little games and bullshit you doing, boy, you got to see me.
You gotta see me.
And it's gonna be through my son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll say in the Psalms, who will bring me, or who will lead me to the strong sea, who will lead me to Edom, bring this nigga to me. Hey, Esau, you gotta deal with the Lord, man.
Hey, you remember the movie The Ring?
Yep.
You get a phone call. In 7 days you're gonna die.
7 days.
In 3 days you're gonna die. Hey, you visit these different cities, and every city you go to is the brothers prophesying their downfall.
You go.
You know, Babylon's gonna be destroyed. different dialects, you know what I'm saying? Short brothers, tall brothers, high pitch, baritone. They all say the same thing, man.
That's right, bro.
Second Ezra 16 to 67.
Yeah, we gonna read down.
Okay. Behold, Yahweh himself is the judge. Fear him.
Yeah, fuck Esau. Because see, well, like the Lord said, don't fear him that can kill the body. Because after your spirit gone, you in the spirit world. But see, the Lord, see, we got a power, like, you know, Ayasha said a while ago, nothing is off the table. Don't you know if the Lord wants to, he keep killing your ass and bringing you back? It ain't no limit with the Most High. Like, the Lord can do that, bro. Or even dealing with World War I, was it? World War I. It said in those days, men was seeking death and couldn't find it. Those two?
That's 2. Revelation, the 9th chapter.
Oh, Salaki. Well, it said men was Salaki, my bad. Well, it says men was seeking death, they couldn't find it, had limbs all missing, you know, all effed up. But see, hey, the Lord can do that, man, but still keep that spirit in that body, man. Like you pretty much at the brink of death, but keep you there. But that's why you got to fear the Lord. We got to fear the Lord. Go ahead, bro.
Second Ezra 16 and 67. Behold, Yahweh himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall Yahweh lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble.
Yeah. That was World War II. We spoke about how you say the name? Dealing with Wilhelm Kaiser.
Yeah.
But the Hebrew, we get 9. Abaddon. Yeah, Abaddon. Yeah. Yeah, so slack for that, you know. Hey, but the Second War was passed, the Third War coming quickly, man. And before World War III gets into high gear, that ship got to come, man. And what the elders reading, they're about to get into that, man. See, the MOTD is a very real thing, brothers. They ain't talking this metaverse shit for nothing. They ain't talking this transhumanism for nothing, man. See, they're at the point now, they want to merge everyone into the Internet of Things. There's something that's called the Internet of Bodies. And you are the bodies, man. Okay? This shit real, man. It may sound sci-fi, it may sound crazy. Guess what? This nigga, he that crazy. Like Ayasha said, the same nigga put you on some boats, brought you a whole nother continent. You don't think he'll take it that far? And I'm talking to you Israelite groups, man. Because like the average Jake, they believe the chip is the MOTB. What's wrong with y'all cats? Y'all supposed to know the truth. All right? You don't think this nigga that crazy? You gonna find out, man. Go ahead, Squirrel.
Second Ezra 16 and 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you.
Is it not written the devil should come down with great wrath? He mad as hell, man. He hurt. Why? Because he know he lost the birthright and the blessing, man. We finessed that nigga 2 times, man. He threw. He's mad. All right?
Nine.
Go ahead, bro.
And they shall take away certain of you.
You read it? They're going to take away certain of you and take you where? Revelation 2 and 10. Go ahead, bro.
And feed you being idle.
Feed you being idle. Idle meaning your ass can't move.
Woo.
All right? You can't move. You in a goddamn camp with a whole bunch of other people, man. All right? Taking the number, man.
All right, and it's a conspiracy, huh? Right? Go ahead, bro.
With things offered unto idols.
Feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. They gonna be threatening your ass, doing different psychological warfare, fear tactics, to get you to accept the philosophies of the NWO. And the main thing, they will put that damn chip in you. That's the main part. They want to scare your ass into taking that chip, you know? And don't think the red list, blue list, yellow list is over with. That shit's still on the table, man. See, now we're in a time they finally gonna act that shit out. Remember, this is the Most High's movie. It's dramatic. It seemed like shit just going back to normal. Shit, hey bro, we closer than ever, brothers. We here now. It ain't near, it's here. It's here. All right? The other brother can't put that video, the Edomite bitch in that meeting, telling you they gonna bring the MOTB, man. Now we here. Go ahead, bro.
All right. And verse 2 Ezra 16 and 69. And they that consent unto them should be had in derision.
So you comply, he gonna laugh at your ass, man. He got this nigga to take the chip. You saw him? He took it. He took it. You know? Hey, what's he having in the movie Geronimo? You know? See, the devil get off on that. But see, I pray Yahweh Shem Yahshua have his Holy Spirit upon us not to get this nigga the satisfaction, man. Because see, the whole point, he want Jake to sell out like he sold out. He hurt. He's hurt. All right? This that nigga's last hurrah, bro. He know he going down. So now the whole thing is, I gotta get everybody. He's panicking. All right? He's in straits. He wanna. Bible chapter, brother, please get Habakkuk chapter 2. You had something? Okay, go ahead, bro.
Title this article from ScienceTimes.com. You know, it says the ScienceTimes.com. No longer for 150 years in metaverse, but only if you are willing to permanently leave your physical body and become a living application. So this just came out March 29th. You know? He's trying to transition to that transhumanism, man. You know, biometrics, human cyborgs. You know, this goes on.
Man, it's a brother. He used to be in the Bay camp, but I'll praise Yahweh Shem Yahshua. He's still doing the work. You know, he's a diligent brother. Fight for salvation. I forget the brother Hebrew name. And basically, he did a video which was Lord willing to respond to it. But you got a paraplegic Edomite. He took a damn brain chip, and the first thing he said when he got that brain chip is, "I want a beer." You know, that he communicated with the brain chip, so he want a beer. You know, but bro, we here now, brothers. This whole, you know, like I said, the sci-fi things, it's all, bro. Bro, like the beloved El Pastor said best, man. This is the Most High's chip. It's the Most High's chip, and don't be surprised if you got all them different applications on it. They got all them apps on your phone. That was the whole point. That was the whole point.
It's probably like what do you call it? It was like a hieroglyph. Like the movie yeah, you can like, it's like you touching the screen.
The hologram.
Hologram, like you moving stuff with your hand. Yeah. Don't be surprised if it's on that level, man.
No, so this is what that 6G is all about. The hologram, you know? It's like your body, like it's like a virtual reality. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they want to do.
You can tell Esau is calling about Satan because Satan showed Yahweh Shah the same things in the mouth.
In hologram.
Kingdom form, the hologram form.
Yeah. Bro, don't be surprised if the Lord open them up, get them that technology to take it there, man. Because you people can get out and lining up, stampeding each other like Black Friday to take that goddamn chip, man. That miracle. And going back to this Edomite, they can't move. He took that brain chip and he said he wanted beer. You know, but he's, you know, people gonna be able to move their limbs again. People with Alzheimer's gonna have enhanced memories again.
The blind can see.
The blind can see, because it's miracles, but on the left-hand side. And it's easy to understand, man. You know? And it's gonna be the new money system. Digital currency, man. CBDC. You know, was that one, bro? Okay, just reset real quick.
It's Revelation 13 and 14. And deceiving them that dwell on the earth by the...
You got it. Okay.
All right, this Revelation 13 and 13. He doeth great wonders so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Right, right. And hey, that happened in World War II. And how much more now? Like now they shooting lasers down, man. Direct energy weapons. This nigga drones. So fire come down from heaven like that. That's common now. But see, it's so normal. But see, people don't realize it's all prophecy. In the end times, it says how many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So how is it hard to understand that the MOTB is a chip, unless the Lord didn't open your eyes to it, man? You know, unless you've been compromised. See, a lot of you cats been paid off, man. And to be honest, you're not teaching a different breakdown than this goddamn Edomite on CBN named Pat Robinson, man. Because the same way Priest Sabak break down the MOTB, Pat Robinson on CBN break it down the same fucking way, man. And that's a goddamn shame. That's a goddamn shame, man. Go ahead, brother.
Back in Revelation 13:14, and deceiving them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Yeah. Deceive them that dwell on the earth. To take that thing, man. Because of the miracles. Because of the miracles he's going to perform, man. The damn magic. And it's going to be some foul type shit. You know? They even got a, man, what's that show? They got a show out. It's basically, I got to find the name of that show. But pretty much, people, they put on this certain type of headset. And it's dealing with a certain type of technology. But they'll come out on stage and they'll sing, but it's like an avatar version of them. You know? Damn, what's the new name of this show, man? It's like a man, damn. I'm gonna find the name of that show, but they perform miracles now. They like behind stage, they backstage, but they put this damn headset on. But this virtual, weird, I guess alternate reality version of them will go out on the stage and they'll start singing. But it's so synchronized. It actually look like them that, you know, the way the body is and the way the lips move when they sing. It's like, man, shit, like this character on stage look real, you know. But it's some virtual type shit. It's a show though. I'm not sure, bro. I saw it on YouTube though. Lord, well, I can find it, man. But it reminds you of this metaverse shit. You know? But yeah, hey, a miracle is basically like spiritual power. That's spiritual power, but on the left-hand side, man. And the left hand, spoiling the movie Sinister. Left hand, it means sinister.
Hey, just to add right quick, the way you know it's spiritual power on the left-hand side, because they're anatomical. Like Esau has his robots. Anatomical means you have freedom to move without somebody, you know what I mean? Nobody got their head on your back. So Esau's robots, Esau's technology, his artificial intelligence, he created another human. It's anatomical. It's life. It's alive, man. So it's like, that's a miracle, man.
And that's some creepy ass looking shit. That's some creepy ass.
It's creepy, man.
And we're gonna go back to 2nd Ezra 16 because we just gonna go back to it after you know, brothers get their precepts.
He got brother Karatazar in Vegas showed he had worked in his gas station. Smart gas station.
Wow.
You buy everything on the vending machine, you pay for your gas at the pump, no cashier, no nothing.
Hey, that rock band Pink Floyd had the one song "Welcome to the Machine," man.
They down here on the coast in the casino.
Oh, okay.
In Biloxi, they got like a machine. It's like a bartender, man.
Wow.
You know, there's no human body there. It's just a machine giving you a drink.
And people so used to it, like, and they cool with it. You know. And a lot of times, you know, I mean, you know, you get used to self-checkout because you're like, man, let me just get my ass out of the store. Let me go ahead and pay for this shit. But sometimes you want interaction with people. Like, you know, you'll go to the actual register, you know, with the person, and because that's natural. Human nature. Human interaction is natural.
You'll go insane if you're not around other humans.
Yep.
You saw the movie Castaway?
Yeah, that's your crazy.
Jake in solitary confinement, or Jake gets away from humans with you be mentally imbalanced, man.
That movie kind of reminds you of Jonah in a way. You know what I'm saying? He was, you know,
I am legend.
Yeah.
He was talking to those mannequins.
So
because it is coming from a solitary brother, you know. It's not natural to be solitary all the time.
And what the Lord told Adam, it's not good for man to be alone.
Yep. You be in balance without a woman. Because the Most High created us to be, You know, in solid single. Yeah, single, man. We're Gregarian, man. Which Gregarian, I think goes back to like sheep, just like cattle.
Yeah, Jake vibrant too.
Yeah.
Vibe off each other.
Yeah, and that's a fact.
You see brothers, and you know.
You get back animated.
Yeah.
Back stood up straight. Oh, hey, brother.
Yep.
You was worn down all week, but you get around. Hey,
You
shalom, brother.
get lively, yeah.
It's like a spark plug, man.
Yeah, but see, this goddamn nigga, the real nigga of the earth, like Yashwama said, man, Caesar Borgia, he at the gas station with his shirt off, with a Newport in his mouth, man. You know, hey, man, this dude, he want to isolate everybody, man. Okay, you know, and with this NWO and the shit ain't natural. But go ahead, bro. Okay, go ahead, bro.
This is miracle in the Greek is semayon, and it means